Now, Cardi B gets slammed by a billionaire's son who is stuck in a submarine that has gone missing. As you guys know, there's been a submarine that has gone missing after going on a tour to see the Titanic. Before we get into that drama, I'm going to give you a little bit of the background on this Titanic thing, but if you want to skip, the timestamps will be below. So basically, there have been Titanic tours, which I never knew. I never knew people were paying thousands of dollars, around the $200,000 mark and higher, to go down to see the Titanic. 5 people have actually gone down to see the ship. The youngest being around 19, 18 years old. The son to one of the fathers that went down as well. What's crazy about this situation is that they knew exactly what they were getting themselves into. This isn't your typical holiday vacation. This is an actual adventure, a risk that they know that they could die. And the submarine is run by, from what it looks like, a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller. I'm gonna play this little video, guys, to run some facts, and then I'm gonna add my commentary.
This submarine story just hurts my soul so much, especially because I can only imagine how terrifying it must be. Being stuck on the bottom of the ocean in a small vessel where you can't even stand up. There are no seats and only one toilet, a small black box with a black curtain drawn across for privacy. All passengers are barefoot and must sit on the floor. Also, the fact that experts are saying there is no way of rescuing the crew if the tiny craft is still thousands of feet under the sea, because the technology required doesn't exist. Apparently on Tuesday, they heard banging.
Just to add on to that as well, guys, there's only 5 of these submarines in the whole world. Unless some country like Russia or something been hiding something and no one knows about, they have some cool submarine that can lift things up the ocean. There's only 5 of them, and none of them have the tools to even lift the submarine. Even if they find it, they can't even move it. Like, you literally just be in there going, oh, hey guys, we're just watching you, die. Like, what can you do? It's crazy, right? Anyway, let's keep watching.
Sounds in 30-minute intervals. This would mean that they are still alive.
Deep sonar now on scene where crews are scouring more than 10,000 miles of the ocean.
The surface search is now approximately 2 times the size of Connecticut, and the subsurface search is up to 2.5 miles deep. We also have to factor in the ever-changing weather conditions, currents, and sea states that expand the search area every hour.
The U.S. Coast Guard says underwater noises were detected Tuesday morning in the search area and again on Wednesday. The noises described as banging sounds. A team of experts now analyzing the data.
With respect to the noises specifically, we don't know what they are. We're searching in the area where the noises were detected.
A lot of fears were that the vessel had imploded. So that means the vessel must be stuck on the ocean floor. This submarine is designed to float to the surface when something goes wrong, and it hasn't done that, so they're stuck. But what is it stuck under? It could be stuck inside of the Titanic. They may have went directly inside of the rusted ship, and who knows? What if the Ocean Gate vessel caused the Titanic to collapse? What if the banging sounds were the Titanic falling apart? I'm just assuming here. But it could also be floating at the surface. In that case, Starlink should be able to locate them. So it seems most likely they are stuck below. Food and water are the least of their worries right now. It is thought that if the vessel had the full 96 hours worth of oxygen when it went down, it would run out at around 11 a.m. on Thursday, June 22nd morning.
So it's a scary situation, especially for the people inside, a scary situation of survival, because I don't know if it works like that, but if they were to start people in that submarine, someone will be able to live longer with more oxygen. You know what I mean? Like, it's a scary situation like that. It's crazy to think about. And I don't even know if they're thinking that. I don't know if they're in there going, yo, if I might have a chance of survival. And, you know, if you go on Twitter, everyone's making jokes about it, even bringing Queen Naija up, saying it's her fault. But anyway, let's go into the Cardi B situation. So the stepson of the billionaire on Titanic Submarines end up slamming her because she had this to say.
So one of the billionaires that's missing on the water from that submarine shit, one of the billionaires, their stepson, is at a concert, right? At a Blink-182 concert. And people is like, well, what is he supposed to do? Be sad at the house? Is he supposed to go look for himself? Yes. You're supposed to be at the house sad. You're supposed to be crying for me. You're supposed to be right next to the phone waiting to hear any updates about me. You're supposed to be counseling your mom and shit. Like, isn't it sad that you a whole billionaire and nobody gives a like you missing and ready to shake concert. That's crazy. I'd rather be broke. I'd rather be broke than like and poor, but knowing that I'm loved. Like,
now he ends up going on Twitter saying, Cardi B, what a piece of ass trashy celeb. Cardi B trying to get clout off me and my family's suffering. I went to Blink 182 concert for coping rather than sitting at home and watching the news. Shame on you, Cardi B. Get some class. Cardi B, we know all your latest releases are trash, but if your career is this desperate for attention now. So I actually asked an AI. I know you guys are probably like, really, Martin? Yo, you'd be surprised some of the answers that an AI can come up with. So this is what I asked the AI, right? I go, is it okay to go out to a music concert to cope with stress while my father is missing, or should I wait at home? The AI told me, if you're feeling stressed and need time to cope with a difficult situation, it's understandable that you might want to take a break and do something enjoyable for yourself. However, before you make any decisions about going out, it's important to think about any potential risk or negative consequences that could arise. In your case, if your father is missing, it may be a good idea to prioritize staying at home and helping with any efforts to locate him. Taking time for yourself is important, but it's also critical to support your family during this difficult time. If you decide to go to a music concert, make sure you have informed friends or family of your plans and let them know how they can reach you in case of an emergency. Additionally, you may want to consider attending a concert that is not too far away or has a designated endpoint to ensure that you can return home as soon as possible. Ultimately, it's up to you to assess the situation and make the best decision for yourself and your family. Please remember to take care of yourself and prioritize your mental health during this challenging time. I understand some people might get so stressed they might lock themselves off. You can go play Xbox, smoke some weed. There's so many other things you can do than going out to a concert. Like, to me, that is just completely selfish. It shows that he doesn't really care for his father that much. If that was my family, one, I would go back to Australia, and two, I will stay home until I hear some answers. Like, it wasn't long ago when, like a few years ago, my dad was on the Seychelles Island and a tsunami hit that island while he was there. This was back in, I don't know, maybe 2014. This was like a few years back, not even 2014. 2004, I don't remember, 2005, and we stayed up until we heard back from our dad. We were really worried and concerned about the whole situation. Like, whoa. Like, there is no way I'm gonna go to a music concert. Like, no. I'm still gonna be around my home, my family. Yes, I'm gonna do things to help me cope, but I'm not gonna go to a concert. Out of all things, a concert, no. That's just me. But what would you guys do if you're in a situation like that? Your family member's missing. Obviously, you can't do anything. You don't have the skills. You don't have the knowledge to go find them in the ocean. What would you guys do? Would you sit home and watch the news every day, go on Twitter watching people make jokes? Or what? I'm curious to see what you guys do. While you're here, make sure to go check out this video.